So you might have just picked up the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II and you're wondering what are the best lenses to pair with this camera? Well, in today's video, we're going to do a complete guide on the best APS-C lenses to pair with your Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Hey camera nerds, if you're new here, my name's Cory Mayo. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be doing some complete guides on the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to hit subscribe and tap on the bell notification to be notified when new videos drop on the channel. And just a reminder, if you guys are interested in any of the lenses mentioned in this video, be sure to hit the show notes down below. I'll have everything linked up for you. So first up, we have the Sony 11mm 1.8. This is a great wide angle lens, offers a nice field of view. It's like a 16.5mm full frame equivalent. And this is going to be your go-to small compact vlogging type lens, and or if you're looking for a nice wide angle perspective, maybe for some landscape photography. So when considering lenses for the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, I think it's really important to consider the form factor of the camera. It's really easy to pop on a nice G Master full frame lens, but those can get really bulky really fast. I think it's important to consider the form factor when you're pairing with these cameras. You want to keep them relatively light, relatively matching the body as well, and Sony does a great job first party lenses as well as third party support, so you can find the perfect lens that matches your shooting style. So if you're looking for something a bit more premium, you can consider the Sony 15mm 1.4 G lens. This lens provides a 22.5mm equivalent field of view and is known for its sharpness and fast aperture. This is a great lens if you think the 16mm is a little bit wide. At 22mm equivalent, it's a little bit more closer to your cell phone camera. I think that one's more at 24, but relatively close, and it gives you just a normal wide. So if you're looking for a fantastic portrait option for the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, you can't go wrong with the 50mm 1.8. This is going to be a great budget option. It gives you a nice field of view, very sharp and relatively affordable and light. This is going to be a great pairing with the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II or any of the APS-C lineup from Sony. Reliable autofocus you can get from this lens. It's pretty tried and true, and it won't break the bank as well, so you can start building out your lens lineup for your camera. Important thing to note, we are going to be mentioning some full frame lenses for this camera, but an added benefit of adding full frame lenses is that farther down the line, it'll be a little bit more versatile and you can use them on other cameras that you may be upgrading to. For example, I shoot on the Sony FX3 as my main A camera and the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II as more of my everyday camera or /B angle. And this is just really great. It allows my lenses to be usable on all of my systems instead of being kind of tied down to just APS-C lens lineups. APS-C is not being really left behind from any of the manufacturers in today's day and age. So you're going to be well supported with plenty of updated bodies. So why buy APS-C lenses? Well, typically they're a little bit more affordable and more compact. And that's going to be really important when you have a smaller type body like the ZV-E10 Mark II. Next up, we have the Sony PZ 10 to 20mm f4. This is an ultra wide zoom lens, perfect for vlogging, architecture, interior photography. If you're doing some real estate work, this is going to be a great pairing with a constant f4 aperture. So on the flip side, sometimes we don't want to worry about carrying a bunch of lenses with me. So these are some overall great all-in-one lenses that you can pick up, and they pair well with the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Number one, I would say the Sony 18 to 135 3.5 to 5.6 is a strong option. Equivalent zoom to 27 to 202 millimeters, which is a great range. It pretty much will cover everything you need from the day. If you're doing a vacation, going to the zoo with your family, doing some portraits, landscapes, and it's just really nice sometimes to have one lens in your bag that can get most of your shots for the day, and you don't need to carry a bunch of lenses with you. This also has optical image stabilization, so you should enjoy sharp images even at the longest focal lengths. So something to look for in your lenses when you guys are picking up and building out your kit is optical image stabilization. This is a great feature. It allows you to have steadier shots in video as well as photography. So you're just going to get sharper images, especially when you're zooming out into those longer focal ranges. That's when optical image stabilization plays a bigger role, and it's just going to allow you to get more professional footage, and you're going to be a lot more happier with results. So if you're looking to invest a little bit more money into your lens lineup, picking up a Sony 16 to 55mm 2.8, This is just going to be a great wide angle to mid-range zoom, and it's great build quality. Highly recommend picking up a 16-55 2.8. And there you have it. Those are my top lenses I would pair with the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Let me know down in the comments, what is your go-to lens with this camera? And if you have any questions about the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, be sure to check out the playlist going over full complete guides for this camera. Happy shooting. I'll see you guys on the next one.